For my final, I did like an 8-week chair class on osteoarthritis. So I had it kind of planned out. She comes walking in, and the day I had planned to do chair stuff, you'd think I'd killed her, you know? Oh God, chair! Oh, I guess I'll stay, you know? And I'm just like, really? So we did it, and like you said, you can get deeper into Warrior 2, all these things, and afterwards she came up and she goes, okay, I'll never bitch again about a chair. I'm like, okay. I would think they're both really good. How old is she? So the question is, she has a student with pretty severe osteoporosis, and should she come to the chair class rather than the mat class? And 74 or 5. So the student is 74 or 75. It's hard to tell without looking at her. My guess is she looks pretty Vata. She's got a thin build, yeah, thin bones, slight build. I think the mat class is good, but if she's at risk for, she's not going to want to do a lot of weight bearing on the wrists, because the wrists are one of the areas that get weak. So maybe modifying that part, or I'm going to show you a couple of, there's one osteoporosis thing we do. Now again, she should know from her bone scan if her wrists are affected, but you also don't want to push it anyway, you know? But this one is great, more for osteopenia than osteoporosis, but it would be good for osteoporosis if she feels safe doing it, because it is weight bearing on the hands. And then I'll show you how Sherry modified it for the chair. So you're on all fours, and I always say opposite arm and leg, because inevitably somebody does the same size. So you inhale, come up, exhale, bend, and see how I'm bending the supporting here and back here? That's going to add to the bone building effect. Then inhale again, exhale down. Now I'm going to stand up and show you how Sherry does that on the chair. She would have, the chair doesn't do much for me because I'm too tall, so I have to bend down to get to the chair. But having a hand on the chair and then inhaling, inhaling, and then exhale, bend, inhale, lengthen, exhale, down. So typically the chair would better be up here, so I'd have better posture and I'm not rounding. Yeah, so that's one of them to where she could vary that. And then chair pose, belly in, tailbone dropping. I'm not a big fan of this because of my stenosis of doing the back arch, but coming over like this. But if they're more kyphotic here, definitely elongating here, keep the belly pulled in. And what all is getting worked? Hip bone especially. Because where are the most common fractures? Hips and thoracic spine, followed by wrists. Yeah. I'm torn because the chair class would be very good for her as well. But in a certain way, part of it too is looking at, she must be coming to the mat class for a reason. So it could be that she has friends in the mat class. Okay. And that sense of community is more important than anything, you know. And it could be, if I go to, I'm sure all of you chair teachers have gotten this. If I go to the chair class, then I'm kind of a loser. I'm stuck in the chair. I'm old, you know. And I'll tell this story because it's funny. Linda is in one of the training manuals for me, and she's got like gray hair to here. And she's 70 going on 20. Maybe, you know. And I was doing, for my final, I did like an 8-week chair class on osteoarthritis. So I had it kind of planned out. She comes walking in, and the day I had planned to do chair stuff, you'd think I'd killed her, you know. Oh God, chair! Oh, I guess I'll stay, you know. And I'm just like, really? So we did it, and like you said, you can get deeper into Warrior 2, all these things, and afterwards she came up and she goes, okay, I'll never bitch again about a chair. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So, you know, I would encourage her over time to maybe add the chair class in so she has that transition point. But if she's getting up and down off the floor, more power to her. You know, it's that whole idea of use it or lose it, you know. And I've worked with people privately where they come in, well, I'm really old and, you know, this and that. And I'm like, okay, if I'm really old at your age like you are, I can't wait. You know, they're getting up and down off the floor, they're doing that, you know. In my family, 30's old, literally. You know, they're all, you know. So yoga has kind of taught me a new way. Yoga and I think living in California, seeing these women who are like Paula. Hello? Like what?
I just said watch it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Get older, yeah. Give her a hard time.
Yes.
Well, two things. One, I just wanted to mention that a couple times a week I teach a level 1, 2. And so I thought, I'm not going to tell anybody, I'm just going to spring a chair. And they came in and they saw the chairs and did the same thing. That,
Yeah.
really?
How dare you? Yeah.
And I said, okay, and anyone that's here can leave now. I will give you your money back. You can stay and take the class. And if you don't like it, I will give you your money back. And they all stayed, and they all came up to me later, and they said,
Yeah.
because you're using similar muscles, but in such a different way. And Warrior too. I mean,
Yeah.
it was. They don't talk about chair anymore like they used to.
Right.
And I wasn't just trying to be sadistic about it. I mean, I just did a chair yoga class, but it was very enlightening to a lot of people who just think chair is for sissies.
For wussies, yeah. Yeah.